All right, this is the next episode of True Wrestling Fan Discussions continuing our retro pay-per-view review series. This is going to be WWF Fully Loaded in Your House. I'm your host, Mike, or 1998, I guess. Yeah. Because there was
I'm
another
Frank.
Fully Loaded, right? Yeah. There was another Fully Loaded, right?
Yeah, there was
Two or three of them?
one, one or two more.
Okay.
The July thing, and then they changed it. Um, July 26, 1998. They were in Fresno, California for this one. 9,855 on hand. Small crowd on this, but the buy rate on it was pretty impressive. It was 305,000. You know, by this point, everybody's kind of strapping in and seeing what WWE has to offer as they've turned the tide with WCW.
Mm-hmm.
And the Attitude Era is off and running, especially in this card. You got JR and Lawler doing the commentary as always. So here we go. And it's right up your alley for the opening match.
Oh, no.
Undefeated Val Venus taking on Jeff Jarrett in Val's first pay-per-view appearance. And for Jeff Jarrett, we're always hoping it's his last.
Yeah, he broke 6,000 guitars, never drew a dime.
And
when he came out, you could hear a rat piss on cotton.
that's going to be his tag for everything. For every time a Jarrett has a match, folks, get used to it.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Imagine if we ever did a Jarrett episode. We would just keep saying that.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Imagine if we ever had him on the show, if we ever started doing interviews.
You know, nothing.
I think you jump over the counter and kill him.
No, but you know what? I've said this before. I've watched his podcast, and it's not bad. Jeff doesn't seem like a bad person. I just didn't like his character. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, they always say if you're booing them or you're cheering them, or if you're hating them, they're doing something right.
No.
So if you hate his character, obviously.
No. It's not that he's a heel and he's such a great heel that he makes me hate him. It's that I don't want to see him. Get him out of here. That's just. I've talked about this. There's good heat and there's bad heat. That's bad heat.
He's got the bad heat. And to me, he was always a mid-carder that was never really a main eventer. I mean, WCW, we've talked about this. They did it out of spite to JR. Oh, he said you're not? Come on.
No, that way. Well, it was Russo. It was Russo. Russo was like infatuated with him. So.
Well, that should tell you a lot. Anyway, Jarrett came down to start the match. He had Tennessee Lee with him, and now the new re-gimmicked Godwins. They're known as Southern Justice. Mark Canterbury and Dennis Knight. I actually liked the gimmick. Unfortunately, it didn't last, and then they were gone.
Well, no, this guy gets kidnapped.
Godwin is gone.
Yeah.
Phineas gets kidnapped and becomes Midian. Yeah. And then God help us, naked Midian. Oh, Lord. But in any event, Tim White ordered Southern Justice to leave the ringside, so this wouldn't be a pretty much a handicap match in this one. And then to make matters worse, here comes Kai and Tai, because this is around the time they were doing that storyline with Val Venus and Yamaguchi-san's wife.
It was actually funny. I
liked it. Yeah. I love how Lawler was they got Kai and Tai out of there. Yamaguchi-san, with the Hideo Nomo paraphernalia on his hat, goes and does some commentary. And Lawler, the whole time, is asking about his wife. He goes, "Come on, huh? Wife, there's a match here. Call a match." Yeah. And I love, at the end, Val Venus tells him, "Hey, stand up." Oh, wait, you are. So that was probably about the only good part of this match. This was not a good opening match to have for this pay-per-view, especially with the card as good as it is, at least on paper. Val pulled Jeff Jarrett's head on the top rope. It whipped back, hit the referee, which was, of course, referee is going to go down. Tennessee Lee now was on the apron. Val Venus pushed Jarrett into him, rolled him up for the pin, and there you go. That's pretty much how this ended. Jarrett gets another loss. Well, not another loss, but a loss. Val Venus still remains undefeated. By this point, this Jarrett gimmick is really not going anywhere. This is why at SummerSlam they will do a reboot with him.
Again.
The hair match, and then he'll just change.
It's not any better.
At least when the look that he had, huh?
It's not any better. It's not any better.
Compared to what he's got right now, it's a little better.
You're comparing catches to dog shit.
I'm trying, yeah. All right, fuck it, he sucked. But we're moving on. I always try to see I always try to find at least one positive
thing
quality out of every wrestler Some are really hard to find, but okay, it is. Moving on. The following this match, they had the camera outside the Hart House because later on
Right.
during the night, they'll have the dungeon match
The
between
dungeon.
Shamrock and Owen Hart. Of course, Lawler was like, "I wonder if Stu Hart's home and whatnot." Really nice house.
I can't believe that Stu Hart even agreed to that after they screwed Brett like that.
I
Stu
know
Hart,
that's what I was
he
thinking.
must have needed the money, I guess, or maybe Owen convinced him like, oh, it's gonna help me out because after what they did to Brett, how could Stu Hart allow them to shoot in his
If I
house?
was Stu, I'd be like,
How about
I'd
kick
be getting the
rocks?
shotgun if I saw
Yeah,
Vince
Vince.
McMahon. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
man, however it is, he accepted it. They did it. So um, now, right before our next match, they showed what happened following month, the previous Monday on Monday Night Raw, where D'Lo Brown beat Triple H for the European title.
all right, yeah,
So this
not
upcoming,
not cleanly though, but he beat him.
no, of course not. Why would it be clean? I mean, I guess it was about time he took the title off of him because they were looking to do something else with Triple H.
Yeah,
Was
now the nation
uh,
has the IC title and the Euro title.
for now. And this would actually be a non-title match because this match was already signed
Prior to that.
prior to D'Lo winning it. So it's X-Pac in his first pay-per-view return since the Crybaby match, facing D'Lo Brown one-on-one.
I hated X-Pac. Whenever X-Pac's song came on, I was just like, oh, God.
Make some noise,
Yeah,
X-Pac.
X-Pac, it was terrible. She should just came out to the DX music
I
instead of
know,
the
right?
remix.
Well, I know the Outlaws had their own before they came in, so that's
That was
understandable.
fine, yeah.
But X-Pac, I always thought would come out to the DX
It was
because
like a
Triple H
remix.
was doing it.
It was like a remix of the DX music. Oh, I thought it was terrible.
I liked when the X Factor song later on. I didn't like the group. I liked the theme. So during this match, I mean, you had interference galore, and you're going to have this all night. Godfather hit X-Pac from behind.
Yeah, he's now
D'Lo,
officially the Godfather, right? He's not
no, yeah, they call him the Godfather of the Nation.
he had the cigar because he
Yeah,
wasn't Kama. He wasn't
no,
Kama
no,
anymore.
he's getting there. The hoes are on the
Yeah,
horizon,
right.
which is I loved when he became the Godfather. D'Lo hits the sky high, gets the pin on X-Pac, and of course he's outside the ring going, "I'm still the European champion." Dude, the title wasn't on the line, and of course he's wearing the chest protector,
Yeah.
which you don't have the torn muscle anymore, bro. But whatever. And what's funny is what nice little promo spot they did here. After the match, they showed Edge in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Edge would actually be making his pay-per-view debut at SummerSlam, teaming with Sable, because we still have that drama going on. So now following this match, and this is just a typical in the Attitude Era. I love this. You got Kevin Kelly and Tom Pritchard in the back, reporting that the Undertaker has yet to arrive.
WWF.com.
Yeah. And of course, Tom Pritchard's like, I know that man for a long time. He's loyal. He'll be here. And I'm like, oh my God. You actually want everybody to think he's not going to show up for the main event? Come on.
Kevin Kelly. Oh, whenever I see Kevin Kelly, I can only think of The Rock just humiliating him. And he called him Hermie. That was the guy he called Hermie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, he had a long list of.
He threw the shirt on him. He threw the shirt on his face, right? It was. I thought
that was Michael Cole.
Was that Cole, right? Okay.
That was Michael Cole. Yeah, because he used to make fun of Michael Cole, Kevin Kelly, and especially the coach.
Yeah, and the coach. Yeah.
Poor guys.
Poor guy. Jesus.
I don't care. It was funny.
No, it was.
So our next match was Farouk, and now he's actually using part of his naming. It's Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio. It's too late though.
Yeah, by this point, and this match didn't make any sense to book, and I'll explain in a minute. They're facing Bradshaw and Terry Funk, and it's funny how the future APA are facing each other in this match.
Yeah, and also Terry Funk is saying this is his last match,
and Bradshaw's getting all upset, like, okay, we've been a tag team for so long. This is news to me. What the hell are you doing?
Terry Funk's last match.
Yeah. Okay. This is I believe he makes a pit stop in ECW before he goes to WCW.
It was like, and also it was Flash Funk versus Terry Funk, but now he's Scorpio again. So they had to get
Yeah,
rid of. I guess they're not brothers. I guess so. They were like, we don't want to confuse people here. Put him with Scorpio. And now he's
but
Scorpio. Nobody cared. But the match
yeah,
actually wasn't bad though. There was some good spots, some high
the
flying
fans
stuff.
were chanting boring during it at some points.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I like.
they also chanted boring during the Rock Triple H match, which was not a boring match.
No, it wasn't. It was just drawn out, but it was done for a
So,
reason.
but I thought this match was fine.
I liked,
It was
especially
all
when
right.
Farouk and Bradshaw got in the ring
Yeah.
against each other. Bradshaw, one tough son of a bitch in the ring. I mean, that clothesline of his is just vicious. But they're wrapping this whole match around Funk's announcement that Bradshaw is just irate. Even going to the ring, he's staring down Terry Funk, and I'm like, dude, this is the first time y'all teamed together. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
I don't know what the end game of the storyline was, but maybe because of what happened at the end, possibly. Scorpio hit his 450 splash on Funk and gets the pin. It was a decent match. Just under 7 minutes, wasn't bad. It's still keeping Farouk in the storyline. Because at this point, I'm assuming Vince is looking at it like, okay, I don't know what to really do with him.
Yeah.
You got the ministry on the horizon. They set that up. Scorpio, I mean, he's going to wind up joining the Job Squad. What does that tell you? As far as what they're doing with the guy that's extremely talented. And then there's Bradshaw, the man of 1,000 gimmicks, but manages to make them work. And then we got the 60-year-old Terry Funk that's middle-aged and crazy, doing moonsaults and stuff outside.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's nuts. But I always liked Terry Funk. I always liked his fighting spirit.
Good performer. He's a good performer.
Definitely. That match with Bret Hart, his retirement match, was pretty good. After the Bradshaw was upset, he clotheslines Funk. So that's pretty much where that storyline is going to go to get Funk off TV when he's leaving. Scorpio came back. Bradshaw's laying him out. He attacked him. Then he hits Farouk with a chair. So Bradshaw just laid everybody out. He's pissed off.
Now he's healed. Now he's fully healed.
Oh, I always thought he already was.
Yeah, I know. But
except when he with Kai and Ty. But see, the funny thing in 1998, you couldn't tell.
Sometimes,
one pay-per-view you're heel, one pay-per-view
right.
you're fan favorite.
Because he came off as a babyface, I thought, in this, right? With Funk. They didn't come off like heel. I don't know.
No, it was supposed to be, I guess, babyface versus babyface.
Right. That's what it felt
because Scorpio acknowledged Funk.
Right. Yeah.
Before the match, so it was weird that they scheduled it, but now you see why they did it for the turn and for
just
Funk
to the turn, yeah.
For Funk to go off into the sunset and like I said, go back to WCW. Following this match, now we got our next match. It's Vader versus Mark Henry.
This was a stink fest and botch fest.
This one, yes, completely botched.
Yeah,
this was botchamania, bro.
At least Vader got some stuff in offensively in the beginning.
Yeah,
right? He got his stuff in. But it was
at this point, he really does look bad. He's got one more pay-per-view coming, and that's against Bradshaw.
And Mark Henry doesn't have a lot of experience. He still doesn't have a lot of experience, really. You think about it.
No, he's still green.
Yeah, so this was just a stinker, and Vader's on his last legs. So,
and if Vader's trying to get, he's trying to get Mark Henry over as a world's strongest man, which I can understand.
Wow.
Vader working with these guys in '98 actually helped them along. If you look at it on one aspect, you look at it and go, "Wow, Vince is punishing Vader." No, that's not the case. You got to look at it at the other way. Vader's helping these guys along
while destroying his own career.
Well, he knows it's coming to an end.
I know. I'm just saying.
But he's helping guys like Bradshaw, Kane.
He did the jobs. He got these guys over, so he did what he had to do.
If he was really irate about it and pissed, he would have pulled a Bigelow and see ya. He would have been out. So, I mean, Mark Henry, he gets a power slam and a splash, gets the pin on Vader. Fans weren't really into this, mainly because they kept screwing up. But Mark Henry gets the victory in this one. So now following this match, once again, we've got the Kevin Kelly and Tom Pritchard report that still Taker has not shown up. So now Kane, Mankind, and Paul Bearer make their way to the ring. And Paul Bearer makes it a point to say that because he's getting irate because he's saying that Taker doesn't want to ruin what he's got coming, which is the #1 contendership at SummerSlam to face Steve Austin, which I think is a load of crock, but whatever. What's funny is now the Outlaws had come down, and they said that they want a title shot tomorrow, the following night. If that match wasn't going to take place, they want a rematch for the tag team titles. So, and then, of course, the fight breaks out and whatnot. So, our next match is one of your favorites without Sonny. It's LOD 2000
No,
versus DOA with Paul Ellering now in the mix. Ellering came back, turned on his former tag team.
which
Now
made no
he's with
sense.
the DOA. I know.
Made no sense. And Hawk looked like shit, man. Animal looked good though. Animal looked decent. Hawk
Hawk looked like he wasn't there.
like he wasn't even there. Yeah.
And I feel bad every time I watch this now.
Yeah, and then seeing Ellering beat him up.
Yeah. I mean, we did when we talked to the Legion of Doom review,
Yeah.
how sad it was to watch these guys at this point.
No.
And then finally, after WrestleMania 15, they called it. They said that it was enough. I mean, by this point, man, Legion of Doom just it's not
It's over.
it's not
It's
there.
over.
It's over.
It's over. It's over.
And they showed right before the match. They showed last Monday the DOA beat down Animal. Hawk was nowhere to be found. They're starting that gimmick up again, which is, oh my God, ridiculous. Ellering tried to run Animal over with the motorcycle, which is great. Then finally, Hawk shows up. So once again, during this match, Ross called their finisher the devastation device. Somebody should give him a memo and tell him he's wrong, but whatever. The LOD actually does hit the Doomsday device on one member, Skull or April. I can't tell these guys apart. One of them broke up the count. Animal hit Ellering and then got DDT'd and pinned. So DOA gets the victory here. And if you're after everything you've done against them with the New Age Outlaws, now you bring Paul Ellering back, turn on them. This is insult to injury.
Yeah.
I mean, you just keep piling the shit on them.
I know, walking down the aisle and then Vince says something to Hawk.
Yeah, and it pissed Hawk off.
Yeah,
whatever he said to him.
I don't think that was real. I think it was.
No,
but still, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, just doesn't. You're not.
Yeah,
burying them. You're just burying them. You just continue to bury them. It's like
a few more pay-per-views, and like I said, by WrestleMania 15, they were in a dark match, and then after that, they were gone.
Then it was over.
So after the match, Vince and company and the Stooges come down to the ring. He's talking about Taker not being there, and he's saying that the card is subject to change. He brings out the flyer and said that a suitable replacement can be made if the wrestler in question does not show up. So he says he finds a suitable replacement. The Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, he's from Brooklyn at least.
Yeah. Hey, in 2012, he got a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
I think it was TLC with The Miz. So Brooklyn Brawler got on a pay-per-view finally. Well, he actually wrestled. He was on this one, but he actually wrestled on that one. I remember Lawler in the main event saying, "Oh, I feel sorry for the Brooklyn Brawler. He didn't get a chance to have his moment." So as of right now, with Taker not showing up, we've got Austin teaming with the Brooklyn Brawler, but we already know that's not going to happen. So our next match, and while they're doing this, you can see they're setting up the TVs around the ringside for people to watch. You know, those little 20-inch little jobs that everybody's going to be able to see that. For the next match, ridiculous. Our next match is in Calgary. It's the dungeon match between Owen Hart and Ken Shamrock. Yeah. Special guest referee Dan Severn.
This is actually a pretty cool concept, though. Not for nothing. Like I thought,
the hell out of each other in the basement.
To finally see the dungeon. You heard all these stories about the dungeon. How Stu Hart used to torture guys down there, including his kids. Like they used to have to wrestle down there. So I actually did like I like the concept of this.
You see all the holes in the ceiling,
right? I thought it was fun. I thought it was really fun. The whole Dan Severn thing with the history of Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock. So I actually thought it was pretty well done, man.
I liked it. I liked the whole concept of it.
I thought it was fun, yeah.
They're beating the hell out of each other, throwing themselves up against the wall that's about to break.
I thought that pipe was gonna come down when
seriously.
Owen,
yeah. I'm like, Ross is like, oh, they're using that water pipe of some sort. I'm like, don't bust that pipe. Stu's gonna come down there with both of you.
Yeah, that was fun.
I love how Shamrock's standing at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Probably he just had lunch in the kitchen. And all right, I got to go down now. Does this whole thing. It was pretty good. It was
entertaining. It was entertaining.
Yes, it was. It was short, but entertaining.
Right.
Of course, Dan Severn accidentally gets knocked out.
Right.
Owen uses the dumbbell
The
on
dumbbell.
Shamrock and then puts him in the crossface and just uses
And he
his
makes
hand
him
to tap
tap.
him
Yeah, he
out.
makes him
Yeah,
tap. Yeah.
like Severing didn't see that, but whatever.
Owen,
It's
Owen celebrating.
yeah. So Owen Hart makes technically made Shamrock
Yeah.
submit, even though
Yeah.
Shamrock was knocked out. So this storyline between these two is actually pretty good going forward. At least it wasn't Owen getting buried by the Nation anymore. I'm sorry, by DX. So our next encounter actually was one of the best matches on the card, and it would lead to an even better match at SummerSlam. It was for the Intercontinental Championship, 2 out of 3 falls match. The Rock defending the title against Triple H. Now, during this match, you knew hearing Jim Ross constantly talking about the time limit that was going to play
Right.
a key role in this. They mentioned it was a 30-minute time limit. During the match, he kept saying, "This is too long not to have a first fall. There's got to be at least 10 minutes left." And then,
Yeah. The only thing that was, you know, was stupid. Was like there was no timer. Right.
yeah,
No timer.
they Howard Finkel would mention it
Right.
from time. They only mentioned it when it got down to the 5-minute mark.
Right. Even for the crowd there, like how the crowd doesn't know what's going on. Think about it. The crowd has
Yeah,
no idea what time it is, and
yeah. If
just
anything, they should have put a time clock
yeah,
up,
they should have put something there. Yeah. And then
especially in this match where it's gonna,
right,
like I said,
it adds to the drama, and
yeah.
I don't know.
Considering it ended in a draw,
Yeah, and
I would have done
so
that.
yeah. So Mark Henry does come out. I know in this match he
Oh
splashes
man, yeah, he splashes
Triple
Triple
H
H.
outside the ring.
Billy Gunn comes down, attacks Henry. Um, Rock at one point hits Helmsley with the belt, but was unable to get the pin. Now Godfather comes down, but the Outlaws stopped him.
Mm-hmm.
They got into his tracks, got him out of here. You couldn't keep the Nation and DX out of this match.
No.
I mean, it might as well just have been a 4-on-4 match here. And I mean, now here's where it made it interesting. D'Lo goes to the top rope. Helmsley stopped him. He caught him. He hits him with the European title. Rock bottomed Helmsley at that point, gets the pin, so Rock is now up 1-zip.
One zip, yeah.
Finally, and I think at that point, that was probably around the 9-minute mark left. Because it took a long time, maybe even longer, because they were battling for a while.
Right.
So now, once again, D'Lo tries to interfere, and the rest period thing too. I didn't understand
1 minute,
either.
yeah, 1 minute rest period.
And meanwhile, did you see what Rock is doing all the posing and stuff, which didn't make any sense. And the referee's telling him, "I'm going to disqualify him. Disqualify him." What are you going to disqualify him for? He's posing.
I don't know.
I think there was at that point something was supposed to happen that didn't, and he was wasting the time or whatever. I think somebody dropped the ball. Something was supposed to happen. Didn't make any sense that all of a sudden he's just going to start posing during a match, but whatever. Like I said, D'Lo Brown once again tried to interfere. China took him out, and she finally got in the match. X-Pac came in and dropped the X Factor on Rock, but they weren't calling it that at that time. So I figured I'll let you know that's the name of the match. But Rock kicked out. Triple H went for the cover again. Like I said, didn't get it. Rock hits the ref with the chair. Naturally, no disqualification here. China low blows Rock and then DDTs him, which was great.
Yeah,
that got the crowd into
yeah.
it. And Triple H gets the pin, so now we're at 1-1.
1-1.
The start of the third fall. Now there's no ref. 2 minutes left now at this point. Triple H hits the pedigree. There's no ref. At this point, I'm sorry, the Triple H hits the pedigree, but the ref tells him, "I can't count it." That's bull because there was 3 seconds left when they were counting it. And when he hit the pedigree, he could have gotten the pin.
I don't know. There was no timer. So if you're just going,
they were counting it down in the back.
Yeah, but I don't know. The ending was very abrupt and stupid because the crowd has no idea what the hell's going on. Like they don't
exactly.
It kind of just ends. Like I imagine if you're in the crowd, you're like, okay, what just happened?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So yeah, this ends in a 1-1 draw. Rock remains the Intercontinental Champion. After this match, the Nation and DX just came out. All hell broke loose. So they just beat the crap out of each other. So that, like I said, this is going to set up at SummerSlam the ladder match between Rock and Triple H. Following this, now Kevin Kelly finally announces that the Undertaker has just arrived. All right, we got our match. They showed what led our next thing, which was ridiculous. They showed what led up to the bikini contest and the feud between Sable and Jacqueline, the girl that has accidentally let her top go more times than anybody
Mm-hmm.
in matches, including tonight. Before the contest, Dustin Runnels comes out. He starts praying. I thought Lawler was going to knock him out, to be honest.
That was just stupid. This has to be Russo. This has to be Vince Russo. So
Yeah,
they're trying.
because he did one pay per view without being goalless as Dustin
Right. It's
Runnels.
like if you were trying to get him over as Dustin Runnels, this was not the way to go.
No,
Talk,
not especially not after what you just
talk,
had him doing.
talk about Jesus Christ. I don't think you should be I don't think you should be injecting religion into. I don't agree with it, but it's just I don't understand. And then they go right, and then immediately after that, Jerry Lawler is like going crazy, like, "Oh, get ready, you're gonna have bikini match." I don't
So
know.
it made no sense just to drop that segment in right there, unless it was because
I
of the bikini
guess it was.
contest.
I guess that's what they were going for, but then that doesn't work for me, brother.
No, it didn't work for me either. I
Yeah,
wanted to see a bikini contest. Get out of my way, Dustin.
yeah.
Go pray online. So Jacqueline comes out first, then Sable comes out. Jacqueline accidentally, I don't know if she accidentally,
Oh well, you
she
know what?
exposes herself.
Remember earlier when um the King was backstage with Sable
Right
and
before the event, and
right,
she's
right,
yeah.
right, yeah. And
Oh yeah,
he was
he got a
behind the
sneak peek.
he got a sneak peek, yeah. So that plays into later on.
Yeah, because when it becomes her turn after the other one gave everybody a nice little shot, she puts her stuff on. She's got a top on, and Lawler's
Hmm.
all disappointed.
Right, yeah,
And it's because Vince McMahon told her to do something conservative
right,
because she got her
conservative.
job back as a result of
Right,
Vince.
right, right.
So she's like, you know what? We're live. There ain't nothing. Anything can happen. She pulls that off, and we've got the handprint
Yeah,
bikini. Oh my
right.
God, I loved it.
That was
What ruined it was
pretty
Vince
wild for
McMahon
them, though.
coming down.
Yeah, that was
Vince putting
pretty.
his jacket on her. Now, technically, you can say Jacqueline won by disqualification. At least that's how it's written in the books.
All
I
right, I
don't
get,
know.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. No, I
I,
get it.
I don't. I would just see this as a no contest. I mean, regardless, the fans love Sable. Sable was going to
Yeah,
win.
yeah. It doesn't matter. That wasn't the intent anyway. It was just to get Sable over, and which is
More drawn to the feud with her and Jacqueline because
right. Yeah, so
the
it worked. Yeah,
exclusive footage after that was Jacqueline going into
right.
her dressing room and Sable's. I love when she screams. It's just like
Screaming
awesome.
out. Yeah, sounded real.
Get that bitch out of
Yeah,
here! Ah. Oh my god! So after this, now they showed what led up to the main event, which is for the tag team titles: Kane and Mankind defending them against the WWE champion Stone Cold Steve Austin and number one contender to that title, The Undertaker. Now, what's funny in this match is after Kane and Mankind show up to the ring, Taker comes to the ring with his new theme, one of many. Austin comes to the ring. Taker just meets him halfway,
they had
like
face to face,
yeah, like they're gonna go at it, and
and then they get
Kane and
attacked.
Mankind, yeah,
It's a good
Kane and
spot.
Mankind come out.
Wow.
Everything in this match was great leading up
Yeah,
to
no, it was good.
SummerSlam.
The whole lead up with Undertaker dressing up as Kane, that whole thing, and
Oh, I loved it.
the
How
tag
many
team
times
match.
he did that, man?
Him hitting Undertaker hitting what did he hit? He hit Kane or Mankind?
They showed
In the steel
at King of
chair.
the Ring. He was supposed to hit Mankind, who got involved in the match. He
Well,
accidentally hits Austin. Austin's busted open. He cost him the WWE title. Kane won it at King of the Ring. Austin gets the rematch the next night and wins the title. But that's where this kind of feud between
yeah,
the
no,
two started.
I was referencing. I think it was a tag match. It might
Oh,
have been on Raw or something
oh yeah, he
where
hit him again with the chair.
they hit. I think he hit. I don't remember who he hit. And they were like, "Did he meant to hit Austin?" He didn't. He didn't hit Austin. I think he hit either Kane or Mankind.
Yeah, but and JR was
You
like,
know, like
was
yeah,
that
did he
meant for
Main? Yeah, it was
Austin
meant
or
for yeah. So
so?
it was a good build up.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for that. I love how they exchange middle fingers. Austin gets in the
Hmm.
ring, gives it to Taker. Taker
Yeah,
gets in the ring, whoops ass, turns it right back to him. Austin's smiling. Fans are going nuts with this one.
it was a fun match.
It was, Austin got his chair shot in on Kane, but couldn't get the pin on it. Kane went for the tombstone on Austin. He reversed it and stuns Kane. Mankind at this point put the mandible claw on Austin, and then he stuns Mankind. All three men were down. Austin finally gets the tag into Taker at this point. Taker choke slams both Kane and Mankind.
Yeah, but prior to
Tombstone.
that,
Go ahead.
You didn't know what Undertaker was gonna do. Undertaker was just kind of standing there.
He
You
pulled the
don't
Sid
know.
Justice.
Yeah, you don't know if he's gonna help. So when he does get in the ring, the crowd
He
exploded.
he finally says, "All right,
Yeah,
give
the
me the
crowd
tag."
explodes. He does a double. The two choke
Nuts.
slams were tremendous. I love that low blow that he gave to Kane with the leg when he kicked him. That was great. The ending was perfect, I thought.
It was, and then he tombstones King, gets
Yeah,
the victory.
victory.
And what's funny is he walks off with both tag
He
titles, and
takes
Austin's
both,
like, "Wait
and
a minute,
Austin's like, "What's going on here?" Yeah,
I don't like you, but give me my belt."
yeah, yeah. So it was a really good ending to the match.
It was, and I like
Yeah,
the fact that, like you said, you didn't know what he was going to do with the tag.
right.
That's why I say he pulled the Sid Justice,
Mhm.
like what he did with Hulk Hogan.
Right, but he came through. He did
But
come
he
through.
came
Yeah,
through, and the
yeah,
fans were like, "All right, good, cool.
yeah,
He's on his side."
yeah. So overall, I thought this pay-per-view was fine. It was good. The main event was great, and
Yes,
the Owen
the
match I
undercard
thought
to the main
was
event,
yeah,
the IC title match was
yeah, it was
great.
good. So it was solid pay-per-view for a non major event.
Yeah, and
So,
leading to SummerSlam, we got some pretty
yeah,
good feuds going.
absolutely. All right, well, you guys make sure to let us know what you think. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.
Take care.